Hello everyone, welcome back to another premium mixing and mastering course here on MixBuzz TV. In this series, we're gonna break down a cool EDM techno track by an artist called Burnard, and the song is called Warning Contains Cannabis. By popular request, I think the very first in-depth mixing tutorial on techno, EDM, electronic music here. So by now you know how it works. The first part is gonna be free for everyone, and there's gonna be already a lot of good information in there, and the rest of the course is gonna be members only. So if you wanna see the entire course and also access all the other exclusive content and already reach an ever-growing library of in-depth mix and mastering courses, click the join button down here. See all the perks of becoming a MixBuzz TV member, which also gives you mix consultations with me via Skype or email. Let's start this. We're gonna start this one a little bit differently. Of course, we're gonna listen to the final product, so the mastered version of Burnard Warning Contained Cannabis, which is the name of the artist and the song. But while we are listening to the final product, I'm going to do what I usually do for something like this. So I'm gonna recall all my hardware. So while we listen to the final product, you can see all my hardware settings, because of course in the song, I used a mix between plugins and hardware. And of course, for members, you're gonna see the settings of every piece of hardware I use, and I'll explain, of course, in detail why I use a certain piece, why those settings. But we have this part here in the middle. Which, as you can see, I copied this track. I copied, muted everything but this part, because I wanted to do some sort of parallel processing on it, and I didn't want to send it to an aux. I actually wanted to see it, this one. Let me see what I have. First of all, on the first one, on the dry track, I have just a low pass here and compression, as we said, and then the limiting. The second one, I cut the low end up to 200 Hertz. So let me play you this alone. Without anything, without the low cut, there's a lot of rumble, and we already have the other one, so we don't need all that. What I wanted here is to create another level in depth. We have our dry track. Now I want something a strange stereo effect that surrounds that dry track to create a moment, because this is the slowdown is before the breakdown. So again, you need to do something to make things happen and keep it interesting. So this is what makes it, is the Leslie effect. And the choices of these effects, they're first of all personal, and they just is the track that should inspire what to use, okay? You can copy this, but I want to take home message is I listen to this piece and I try to figure out what mood and what space it takes me, okay? And this felt right. Listen how 2D it is without it. And with this one, it's just, it opens up this way, front to back. After that, of course, I'm cutting all the rumble that I don't need, because now that I have the sound, I need to make it work in the mix. It doesn't matter how cool it is by itself, it doesn't fit the mix, okay? So this percussion slash synth thingy, without my processing channel, and with it, creates this 3D whoosh around it. That is pretty cool. In the mix, with and without. And it's pretty important because it's the only sound basically that is there aside from the one shot, okay? So I worked a lot on this one to find and try different effects. I tried like speakers and various panners, and this one, the Leslie one for this effect. The reason because of this is because without it, they are mono. So I stereoized them with the Mod Delay 3, automating the on and off, because after this, I used the imager and I automated that to create the stereo panning effect. Okay, there you go. And the rotation and asymmetry have the same automation, because when I do this, I just want to move the entire stereo image just opposite, and then probably right there too. Okay, let's hear these passages in the mix. This way you can keep the level fairly low and keep it interesting. You can pick these sounds up even in a dense mix. Like I said, I find the Nugan really, really good for creating fairly realistic spaces and stereoize mono sources and still be completely mono-compatible. Unless you use, what I remember, the fill button. That is not mono-compatible. So these are basically, this is what's the processing here. So this is all for the drum. Let's go to the bass, which also has a bunch of hardware on it. But this is it for this first episode of Mixing Techno here on MixBuzz TV. The rest of the course is going to be for members only. So if you want to keep watching, click the join button down here and join the channel. If you're stopping here, I hope this video was useful. I hope you liked it. And if you did, please don't forget to leave a like and share. Leave a comment down below. Check the info box for all the links. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time.
Hands on my neck, hands grip my throat. Lift me up, man, take control. Heart is so gone, my type. Don't you know I